Hey guys, so if you're keeping up with my videos and with my Twitch, then it's extremely likely you already know what this video is going to be about. But obviously not everyone is keeping up with my streams, so I thought making a video about it would be a good idea. Especially since the beginner guides I've been releasing recently had comments asking where do you get minor breach from, and I've even seen Reddit posts of people being confused about it, so I think it's a nice topic to talk about. With the release of update 44, all of the guides on my website switched from using Pierce Armor and Destructive Clench to Shield Throw and Elemental Susceptibility. But it has nothing to do with the update 44 itself. It just happens that I learned something new about the game, roughly at the same time. And the thing I learned is that Elemental Susceptibility, combined with Elemental Blockade, provides 100% uptime of minor breach. So I obviously knew that chilled enemies standing inside of your Elemental Blockade get debuffed with minor breach, but it went completely over my head that this minor breach applied by Blockade lasts 4 seconds. So here's what happens when you have both Elemental Susceptibility and Elemental Blockade under your enemy. Elemental Susceptibility applies Shield for 4 seconds, and since the enemy is also inside your blockade, they also get debuffed with Minor Breach for 4 seconds. A second passes, and the Minor Breach goes back up to 4 seconds, while the Shield has 3 seconds remaining. Another second passes, Shield is at 2 seconds remaining, Minor Breach refreshes to 4 seconds once again. Another second, chilled at 1 second, minor breach refresh to 4. Another second, chilled runs out, and minor breach refreshes to 4 for the last time. Except Elemental Susceptibility reapplies chilled every 7.5 seconds. So at this point, minor breach debuff is at 4 seconds remaining, while the next chilled will proc in 3.5 seconds. By the time minor breach would have run out, Elemental Susceptibility will proc another chilled stats effect, which will reproc minor breach. So, Elemental Susceptibility, combined with Elemental Blockade, provides 100% uptime of both Major and Minor Breach. Major Breach from Elemental Susceptibility itself, and Minor Breach from their interaction. But since Elemental Blockade is a skill you would have run anyway, no matter what, we can basically just say that slotting Elemental Susceptibility covers Major and Minor Breach. Now, how do Pierce Armor, Destructive Clench, and Shield Throw tie into it? So in my old skill setups, I used Pierce Armor on my front bar and Destructive Clench on my back bar. Pierce Armor was the source of Major and Minor Breach, that could also heal me if I ran the Puncturing Remedy set. Destructive Clench was the Range Taunt, which also applied Major Maim for 5 seconds, which is a very important debuff, and it also applied Shield, so it could keep up Minor Brittle for a bit. It wasn't a reliable uptime, but whenever there wasn't much happening, I could just keep recasting it, to keep up at least some Minor Brittle. And it was fun for me because personally I hate having nothing to do. I have to keep clicking something. Now, Shield Throw and Elemental Susceptibility are straight up upgrades of these. To make this comparison easier, let's list the things we're getting from Pierce Armor and Destructive Clench. We're getting Major and Minor Breach from Pierce Armor. We're getting healing from the Puncturing Remedy set. We're getting access to a Range Taunt from Clench, which is important for most fights. We're getting 5 seconds of Major Maim debuff from Clench, and we're getting 4 seconds of Minor Brittle from Clench. Now, the Shield Throw and Elemental Susceptibility combination will cover all of these, and then add something more on top of that. Major and Minor Breach will be covered by Elemental Susceptibility, which also has a longer duration and is free to cast. The healing from Puncturing Remedy will be replaced by the Sage's Remedy signature script on our Shield Throw. Its scaling is technically lower than Puncturing Remedy, but it will end up healing you for more, because it will allow you to replace the Puncturing Remedy set with 1 piece of Trainee and 1 piece of Druid's Braid. So with your maximum health being higher, Sage's Remedy will heal you for more than Puncturing Remedy would. Not to mention getting additional 2660 max health will be a great bonus to your survivability in general. We still have access to Range Taunt, because Shield Throw has a range of 28 meters, just like Destructive Clench. We're getting not 5, but 10 seconds of Major Maim from Shield Throw, thanks to the Maim affix script. And just like Destructive Clench, we can keep recasting Elemental Susceptibility for Minor Brittle uptime, whenever there is nothing else to do. Except it's even better because it's free and it doesn't have travel time. With Clench you had to be careful not to bar swap too early, because if you bar swap before the projectile hit your enemy, you wouldn't apply Minor Brittle, because you technically weren't using an ice staff at that very moment. With Elemental Susceptibility, that's not a concern at all. Now what do we get on top of all of that? Elemental Susceptibility will also provide Minor Vulnerability uptime. It will provide 53% uptime on its own, but you can bump it up by recasting it whenever you have nothing else to do. If you're a dragonknight, you'll also be getting tons of resources from proccing combustion passive with it. The Shield Throw also has the massive benefit of being completely customizable. Are you a sorcerer tank who already gets Major Maim from Vibrant Shout? Great, just slap Major Vitality on it and get a massive bonus to your healing receipt and your damage shields. Or put Major Resolve on it instead, ditch Boundless Storm and get a free skill slot. And the absolute best thing about all of that? You don't ever have to step your foot into this godforsaken place called Dragonstar Arena in order to get your Puncturing Remedy. Just forget this awful arena even exists and use one piece of Trainee combined with one piece of Druid Braid instead. And that's it for this video. If you have any more questions, you can comment down below or join our Discord server Wildheart. As always, feedback will be appreciated. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to my channel and check out my Twitch. Thanks for watching and see you next time.